Here we are once again at the PTB, time to spend 52 million blood points. This time we have a new auto spend button, which I'm assuming kicks in on the first prestige level, seeing as how this Steve does not have the auto prestige, but my Claude does have the auto prestige. So I believe you have to get at least to 1 prestige. So I'm going to spend them all on this Steve, because my Steve has no blood points spent. I've actually been collecting items where you escape a game with an item that you found in the game. We call it the collection, but I've spent no blood points on them, so we can get a very accurate tell on exactly how efficiently it spends your blood points. How long will it take us to spend all these blood points? How many prestiges can we get? Find out this episode of spending way too much time, blood points in the PTB.
11 minutes later.
So the auto spend button unlocks once you have prestiged your character to your first prestige. That took about 10 minutes to do. And now we're on to real auto spend.
And 46 minutes later.
All right, this might do it here. And it does. And that does it. So that was about 52 million blood points. We now have 468. That took about 5 hours and 43 minutes, but I stopped once, took like a 4-minute break to get some more water, stretch my legs, go to the bathroom. And the PTB also went down for about 10 minutes. So really it took about 5.5 hours, I want to say, to spend 52 million and some change blood points. All right, so in terms of how efficiently it spends with how often you have to click, I click it one time, hands off. And it comes back up, hands on, one time, hands off. And one time, hands off. And then one time, right, hands off. So this is a lot more efficient than it used to be. With that, I want to say that it was completely random. I could not find a single pattern on what it was preferring when it was going through the blood web. It just looked like it was picking everything at random, to the point where if you click this once and it was just spending them, it would get caught every now and then, because it would try to do this and it would cut it off and you'd have to click it again. So how many prestiges did it get us? It got us to prestige 44, blood web level 43. I was not doing any preference. This was all from the middle, besides one total time throughout the run when I was showing somebody that if you click the outside here, it gets it to that, or you can do the middle. I will also say that the feature that makes it so that you can click instead of hold. I will say the feature that made it so that you could press instead of hold made this such an easy process, where you'd press it once and a lot of the times it would just clear the entire web. Sometimes it would get caught, but most of the time it would clear the entire web, and you would not have to press it again until it reset and this lit back up again, telling you to do the automatic purchase. So all in all, it took about 5.5 hours to spend 52.5 million blood points, I want to say. And we got to prestige level 44. So I know it prioritizes perks before it prioritizes anything else, but after it prioritizes perks, it looked like it was completely random. The only time it would go anywhere is if you put it to the end of the thing you wanted to go to, because at first I was thinking maybe it's going towards map offerings after, because it looked like it was just going towards map offerings after, but that it was really completely random. It was avoiding a lot of map offerings. It would sometimes go to them. I think it really is just random, which is what leads to it stopping for a second sometimes, but it does not stop too often. If you want to see the full version of spending over 52 million blood points, it's going to be highlighted on my Twitch in full. You can always go over there and watch it in full and see how much fun we had spending 52 million blood points in almost 6 hours. Now it's time to go see how hard they really nerfed everything and see if all the complaints is what it's really about.